We are on the. It would be really cool if our episode 22 was on the 22 of February 2022.
And oh,
It would have been really
was
fun.
way past already.
Way past it, indeed. Yes. So, hello, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about the. I really like how you named it IGCSE biology. We're going to be talking about auxin, the growth that happens without the eyes,
Nose and lips.
nose, and lips.
Got inspired by Korean song.
I was like, I was wondering why Amber, if you go to our Instagram page on our stories, I was wondering why Amber put Taeyang's like eyes, nose, and lips. I was like, that's really odd choice. That's a really odd choice. And then when I was like looking through I was prepping for this, and then I was looking at the restream title, and I was just like, oh. Oh my god, Joey cracked me up. This is genius. Suddenly everything came together. I was just like, oh no. All right, guys. Yes, the people on this team are extremely, extremely punny.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. And by the end of this episode, you are going to discover actually and get, all right, how to take notes so that it's forever embedded in your memory. That's the first one. Yeah, because some of you requested this topic of auxins because I think certain things were confusing for you. The second thing is, how do you remember definitions using a technique we like to call MEMEnomics? Yeah. And the third thing is that how do you make sure something sequential is easily learned, like easily remembered? Okay, so it's a little bit of, for those of you like comics, you may like this, yeah. Well, you will definitely like this because it just makes it so much easier to see. So like last week, our episode, we made the notes really visual, right? So that it cuts down on the amount of words. So that's the techniques you guys are going to be picking up today, yeah. Because we were talking about it, and I was thinking about it. I was thinking like, how do we best serve you guys in this episode? Every week we always think about like how we can best serve you guys, and for this episode I kind of felt like if we kind of I gotta be more mindful and kind of pull it out to the big picture a little bit, so that every time you can see our thought process behind it and you can apply it. It may not be the exact same visuals, it doesn't have to be, and you can and basically do it on your own. All right, so that's always the goal for this, because we're just here because we're teachers. We did not like school because memorizing did not work for us. Joe was really lucky because he had really cool and chill parents who swallowed the chill pill. And whereas mine, not to say they weren't chill, my dad was typically Asian parent, and my mom is just like, you girls are smart, so why, since you're smart, why not do well? And I was like, damn it. So and a lot of us don't like to be, like, for me personally, I don't like to be a disappointment to my parents. Yeah. Joe, how about you?
So.
Also, Joe lives such a free life. Yeah, he's here because like he represents the liberty and freedom we all wish we have in our
But
parents.
definitely you don't want to be the disappointment for yourself. What?
Yeah. So Joe's very self-driven. Yeah. In my case, it's a little bit like, let's not piss off my parents, because my mom is really scary when she gets angry. By the end of the day, yeah. So because I was in that situation, that's why ImagiNotes was born. Yeah, it's basically to cut down on study time and to free up your time so you can play, hang out with your friends, and make them think you study all day.
Yep.
Yeah, when you actually don't, and you play computer games and watch K-drama. Yeah, that's the life. And you still get good grades, right? Yeah, because I'm definitely not the kid who, like one of my classmates in college, I'm definitely not the kid who falls asleep in class and still can get an A star.
Okay, no, I fall asleep for my admins.
Yeah, man. Like when I meet those people, it's disgusting. those of you who ever had a friend like that, where they just breezed through college, sleeping in class, didn't have to pick up a study book. If you had a friend like that, share with us in the
I
comment
had
in the
one
chat.
actually. I had one during my high school.
Ooh,
Mm.
disgusting,
So
right, Joe?
sleeping through, yeah, like the class, but then she get like top three highest score.
I know, right? It's so disgusting. It's like so
Yep.
effortless. Ugh. Yeah, yeah. I hear some of these people. They've got like they have like photographic memory or something like that.
What I knew is that she prefers study at night. That's why. So she
Ah,
reversed the study time. So during the day she was like recharging, and then back in the night self study.
who needs teachers, right? When you can self study. And yeah, speaking of, if you master these techniques, even if you have a lousy teacher, you're kind of above all of that. Yeah, just a little bonus there. All right, and Joe, if they are enjoying the episode so far and they find value, what should they do?
Give us a like for this video or hit the subscribe button below or follow us on our social media. We have TikTok as well as IG, Instagram.
Yes, and the benefit of following us there is basically the basically the fact that we also give study support and
Mm-hmm.
encouragement. Yes, so subscribe.
Follow.
Okay, before Erica gets creepy, let's start. Okay, so auxin. All right, so we did promise that for those of you like comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is where this technique comes in. Okay, regarding auxin. So Joe, you were sharing with me just now what your impressions of auxin were.
Uh, oh, hamsters in a wheel.
why hamsters in the wheel?
Yeah, because inside a plant, right? If you imagine like a bunch of hamsters with wheels running inside the plant, they will they will actually sense the light, the water source, and then start running to drive the plants towards that direction. So that's
I,
they are basically the motor. Was it the motor? The core.
I love it. I really love it. Yeah.
So you imagine like a chain of hamsters in a wheel, right? Like
Running around.
they are running around. Then.
I really love that analogy. Yeah. And so yeah, so basically auxin is basically very simply it's just a growth hormone. It's the
In
hormone I
plants.
wish I had.
To grow taller.
Yes. Except that I would really like to grow straight upwards, instead of elongate, like end up like this the whole way. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's yeah, because like I was always the shortest kid in class. Yeah, for a very long time.
Mm,
Yeah. Hang on. I
very
forgot
decent.
to hit OK on my to get the power up for my laptop. So that's the warning sign.
Ah, okay.
Yep. Be right back. Ugh. Yeah.
Right, guys, if you are looking at a textbook, right, the information about auxin is about one, two, three, 4 pages, including an experiment on the plant growth. Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't got no time for that. And yeah, so some of you might be wondering also like, why can't we just watch a YouTube video? Well, if the YouTube video is, I mean, it's great if you're trying to revise, right? And you forgot everything and you just want to
Yeah.
get it from the ground up again.
If you had an idea like what you are going to study, then it's good for you to go for YouTube video. If you have no idea at all, good luck.
Okay. Yes. And also the other thing is that um, some of these videos take like 15 upwards of 15-20 minutes to
Mm,
watch. Yeah. So it's if you're in a hurry, like you're last minute studying or
yep.
like it, I mean, if you have that time to spare, please by all means go ahead. Yeah, it's just that's the reason why we take notes also is to kind of just cut down on that study time.
Yep.
Yeah, quite a fair bit. All right, so let's do this. All right, so yeah, growth hormone for plants makes cells elongate. It's all at the tip, right? So the tip, which is called the Coleoptile, which to me sounds like a dinosaur.
Oh,
I had no idea how to pronounce it. Yeah, so the Coleoptile is basically the sheath that protects a
sounds
young
similar
shoot.
to the name of the Egyptian queen.
Oh right,
No.
Cleopatra. And that's definitely one way of like doing it. All right. So anyway, we did say that for this episode, you gotta bring your plants. Yeah, just for the heck of it. So here are the plants, and Joe, you brought yours too, right?
Yeah.
Ta-da! Yeah.
You
So
go like horizontally instead of going up.
yep.
Some of
So
them are going up. It's just this particular strand.
yep. Mine, because we have it on the coffee table in the middle of the living room,
Ah,
and therefore the light source comes from the sliding doors as a like it gets really sunny. So these
right.
guys are like growing towards light. Yeah, yours too, Rachel.
I think mine is at the car porch. But
Ah,
then I was like putting it this side facing the wall,
yeah.
and then this one is facing out.
So they're growing towards the
So the
light.
light source is coming directly like towards
Yes.
this strand.
Yep. So the fancy term for it is phototropism, and
Yeah.
tropism just means response. I don't know why they just couldn't keep it as response.
Yeah.
Maybe there's
In
another
here
meaning
they
for it.
use the words like stimulus, um, sensors. I think sensors too.
Yeah. So I wish they would just speak English.
Autism.
Yeah, I'm sure they have their reasons, but for lay people like us who may not be botanists,
Mm,
ever, I think light response is response to light is still like quite cool. Like this one's growing like sideways and
mm.
upwards now. Yeah.
Even my plant.
Yep. So uh, yeah, I like to name my plants. Joe, do you have a name for yours?
No,
All
there's a plant.
right. All right. So for, so for those of you who like the whole hamster analogy, you can draw little hamsters.
Hamster ball.
Yeah. So I'm gonna draw it and say the light source. Light source. I'm gonna use blue because that's all I have. So yeah. Okay. So okay, let's say the light source comes from all over. All right. So the idea is that, I mean, according to what you guys have to learn, the idea is that, let me try and draw a hamster. The idea is that, oh my god, my hamsters suck. Okay. So again, for those of you who are wondering, do I need to draw in order to do this? Draw well in order to do this? No, you don't.
No, not at all.
So you can draw a bunch of these little fellas, all right, here. Okay, and well, when the sunlight's all over, they're obviously evenly distributed, all right, all around the tip of the coleoptile. All right. So now, for those of you who like comics, right, this is where your love for comics can really come into play here. Okay, because you're gonna have one panel that's like this, full light on. So you see, we're taking all the words, all right, and we're turning into images, all right, because pictures speak 1,000 words, right? So you want to take advantage or you want to leverage on that fact. And besides, your brain loves pictures, your brain loves color. So, and a happy brain and a relaxed brain, all right, remembers better than a stressed brain.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you always want to create that ease for yourself when you're studying, because it is already, pretty challenging to kind of try and do this on your own. Yeah. So you can do that. All right. So you can draw the auxin like all around. Okay. Similarly, like then you can have another panel where you show it as, all right, let's have the plant tip. All right. Then let's have all the hamsters kind of like
Where's
gather on this side. Yeah.
the plant? Couldn't find the tick.
Yeah. So for me, my imagination of this is actually like, if you guys ever read Enid Blyton, there's the whole elves and the shoemaker kind of thing. To me, auxin is like the little elves that help the plants grow magically, except that because plants grow so slowly, it's not really that magical. But imagine like, imagine that's happening. Yeah. So Joe is showing you guys a live
Even this
example.
part is there, right?
Sorry?
Is it? Is it this?
I think that's the root. Yeah.
Oh,
So
it's
the
some
auxins at
many
the
rows,
tip.
I think.
Yeah, the auxins at the tip of the
This one,
what's
this
that?
one. It's
Yeah,
row
yeah,
seven.
yeah.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, sorry, the coleoptile, which
Hmm.
is at the tip. So there are also experiments to like prove that it's only found at the tip of the plant.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, if I move the light source here, okay. All right, then we can go like then we can you can do little things like oh shit. Okay, shit is okay, right? All right. Oh shit, the light.
Run away from the light. Oh, little vampires. Even better.
Can they see? Can they see? I hope they can see. I hope you guys can see. Oh, you know, I'm gonna use the thicker pen. All right, yeah. The light, it moved, right? And then like grow that way, grow that way. Yeah. So to me, it's like grow that way, guys, quick. You know, get behind here, elongate the cells here. So and then you can put here, um, elongate the cells here. Yeah. And the cool thing about biology is that it's not like chemistry where a lot of things you kind of it's kind of abstract because it's so how to say molecular that even the best microscope at the moment can't see it, right?
Mm,
So the great thing about biology is you can actually see it right for yourself, like
yeah.
how it actually affects the plants. Like this is the part here that obviously got elongated so the plant can grow upwards.
Mm,
Right, you guys can see, right? Yeah, so this part here, right? So out here obviously like had the auxin, like when it was a coleoptile. Yeah, when it was just a shoot. So yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, I think the parts that are actually so whatever you guys do, the point being that whatever you guys do, you want to make it like, especially if you have to remember sequences, try and turn it into like a comic style. Yeah, and that's like the best thing ever. Yeah,
I,
it just cuts down on the amount of words. Yeah, am I missing anything from this note, Joe, that I should put in?
no, I think it's just the term, lo, phototropism.
Okay, so then we're gonna jump right into remembering the terms, like because these are not common everyday terms. So there are four that I picked up from this topic, which I think if you don't understand it, it's going to mess up, like especially like when you learn about the plants growing up towards the light. That's
Hmm.
positive phototropism, right?
Yes.
And then like if it grows against gravity, that's negative geotropism, whereas roots always grow downwards, so therefore
Hmm.
that's positive geotropism. So it's like, what the heck is that, right? So and I think sometimes it's hard, right? Because tropism and response is
That's,
they're two completely different
yep,
words.
two completely different words. Yeah, correct.
Yep.
But
So
basically,
let's
it stands
sorry.
for responses. Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
So yeah, so let's go with this. All right. So like what I would do is I'll probably take photo and geo out of the equation if
Hmm.
I understand it, because you guys understand photosynthesis has to do with light.
Yes.
Geo generally is a term
Even
used
taking
for
photo
photography.
has something to do with light,
Mm,
right?
yeah, and Joe has a point. But we can still, for those of you who maybe your language is not very strong, all right, you can anchor that into your memory. All right. So
Hmm.
we're gonna put this here. I'm gonna put the word photo. Okay, so this technique we call it MEMEnomics. All right. I haven't named this comic technique yet. Those of you, if you have an idea on a really cool name frame for this comic idea where it's sequential, and by the way, we use this a lot when we are designing the chemistry notes, because I realized that reading it and then not being able to see it is really, really difficult to remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Joe, the way he designs the layout for the notes also, it's also very in like almost like a comic like sequence, which is very, very cool. Yeah. And trust me, guys, like it just cuts down on the struggle so much. Yes.
Hmm.
And before we move on to phototropism, I have like a favor to ask of you guys. Joe's gonna smack me.
Hmm.
But it's a really important favor. If you're enjoying this episode, would you be our auxin? Would you be the auxin to our channel and help us grow by hitting and by smashing that like and subscribe button.
Okay.
If you guys do, thank you so much for subscribing. We love you. Because we really want, well, the reason why we're doing this is because there's too many students out there who struggle with studying and are so disenchanted with it. I mean, it's just the way it's being taught. Yeah. And, so I always just want to get through it and get through it well, make our parents proud, escape the shame of being like looked down on by your relatives. There's so many reasons why we want to do this. And we just kind of want to help you guys out with that. Yeah. And that's why this channel is here to support you on that. Yeah. All right. Jumping back in. All right. So phototropism. All right. So for those of you who aren't strong, photo always has to do with light. So you could always draw a light source here. Okay. Now tropism. All right. We can put here, you can put down here, it means response.
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a woozy because I've been cracking my head wondering how can I relate tropism to response? Because we could do anhydrous. We did one on anhydrous. Check it out. We're gonna put the link in the what box is that? The captions. We're gonna put the link in the captions, and you guys can check out what we did for anhydrus, right? So that's kind of straightforward because we could find the sounds for it. So tropism and the fact that it responds. Tropism. Well, okay. What I would draw here is any of you hate bugs, terrified of cockroaches or whatever.
Cockroaches mostly, I think.
Yep. Okay, cockroaches, right? Okay, so let's say, all right, let's say this is Joe, and Joe hates cockroaches. He saw one on the floor. His immediate response is to tromp on it, okay? So this cockroach is like R.I.P. cockroach, right? And Joe's like, oh my God. Joe's not terrified of cockroaches, by the way, guys. This is just an example. All right, so tropism. So that helps you remember this part of the syllable. Yeah, so it's like tromping, like I tromp or stomp on it. So tropism. That's one way of doing it. You could also link it to tropical plants as well, because tropism, yeah. So tropism could be a religion, yeah, it could be a religion that all greenish plants kind of follow, right? Where
they worship the sunlight.
Yes, that's right. Right, so you can draw all manner of tropical plants here, all right, like coconut trees or whatnot. I think coconut tree is the best symbol for
it's never straight.
Yeah, of tropical plants, right? So yeah, you can draw a bunch of tropical plants and just talk about tropism being their religion, right? Yeah, so they're always responding to whatever, yeah. So that's two ways I can think of. All right, so we hope this helps you. If this is helping, smash that like button, and let's go into geotropism. Yeah, same thing. Probably maintain it that way, except that maybe they worship the earth. So I'm just gonna put here geo.
Worship the ground.
Yeah, and then this one, and this one you could get the roots, for example, of the coconut tree, kind of like going all hail gravity.
Oh yeah, gravity, correct.
Yeah, then this guys can be all hail light.
There's another term for this one. I think they call it gravitropism or something.
Oh, okay.
The same.
Gravity.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be more straightforward than geo, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So it depends on where you are in the world and what syllabus you're doing, but it's pretty much it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last two. Okay, last two. Etiolation and Coleoptile. I have never heard those words until we started trying to figure out these notes for you guys.
Etiolate.
Yep, I'm gonna flip over to a new page. All right, I hope you guys can see. If you can't see, let me know. I'll just push the camera like lower. All right, let's see. Etiolation. All right, so let's go. I'm not going to use green for this one. Best if you have a yellow pen, because I think, or something orangey yellow, because this has to do with the plants being yellowish. It's a condition where the plants become yellowish, spindly. Basically, they look unhealthy because like they're not getting, and they're getting yellowish because they're not getting any light, or they're pale green. Okay, now if you can't remember this, it's like, oh, right? Um, so the pronunciation is etiolation. Okay, so I guess you could do something. All right, that's kind of like eating away at the plant's chlorophyll. So etio.
Oh, it all.
So chlorophyll. Yeah. So that's what's turning the plant yellow, right? Um, and then with regards to the spindly part of it, you just have to remember that condition, etiolation. So this guy eats chlorophyll, and then he gets elated, like woohoo, like whoa, like like when you have when you have chocolate or like a great ice cream, right? So then he becomes like elated, like oh, I see the light, whoa, elated, or you could be happy as well. Yeah, etiolation, like lation, like revelation. So
Yeah.
that's one way of doing it. Yeah, the spindly part, you could do this as a zoomed in version, all right, of the plant, and you can draw the plant like extra, like spindly, like a bit of leaf here, a bit of leaf there, a bit of leaf there, just trying to look for the light. Yeah, so etiolation, elation, etios, etis, lation. Okay, whatever works for you guys, all right? So this is how I would do it to kind of remember what etiolation means, okay? And then last one for the night, all right? So again, we're going through like concepts on how to take notes so that it's extremely memorable for you, yeah? If it's helpful for you, smash that like button. Woohoo. Coleoptile. All right. So coleoptile, all right, this is the protective sheath.
Oh my god, I find these two questions so confusing.
Yeah, yeah.
They ask you, I mean, the textbook has this question, like list of questions that asking what part of the shoot is sensitive to the light? And then the next question is what part of the shoot responds to the light? So I back check the answer because the one that is sensitive to light is the tip of the shoot, right?
Yeah.
Then the one that responds to the light is, I think the answer is just behind the tip.
Oh, because the auxin bends the plant, I think. Yeah. So
They're just behind the tip.
yeah. So it's the auxin that creates the response, I guess. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. We shall double check that with the bio teacher. Again, Joe and I are not science teachers, but we are kind of like science dummies. And we had to kind of make sense of this for ourselves because we didn't have great teachers. Yeah. So you're kind of seeing like how we can do it in a way that works for us. So those of you who are those of you who are very scientifically inclined and scientifically minded, you don't actually need this, but that's only like 20% of you. There's the rest of us out there, 80% of us, whom this is like Greek. It's like Greek. Yeah. So, all right. Now, how do you remember Coleoptile? Coleoptile. Last one for the night, guys.
Leo.
Coleoptile. To me, honestly, it sounds like a dinosaur.
Sounds like a reptile.
Sounds like a reptile, right? So, and
A
it's a sheath.
reptile that name called Leo.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, a reptile
Reptile.
that. Well, a reptile has like
I mean,
scales, right?
yeah.
Oh! I think I have an idea. Oh my god.
Coleo.
Shit. Okay. So imagine. Damn it. Okay. So imagine this is a young shoot. All right. Let's say this young shoot. He's like super funky. He's like really fashionable, and he likes the weird fashion, right? So and he needs protection. So instead of getting like a regular like white or black helmet, like a sheath, right? Okay. So instead of getting like the regular, sheath, like all the other plants, have gotten, right? He wants something cool. So he got something like very reptilian looking, right? So let me go with that. So it's like those people who wear funny hats, right? So I'm gonna draw like coleoptile here. I'm gonna draw a coleoptile. That's a lizard, or a reptile. So like a little funny hat, and you can decorate this however you want.
Okay.
Okay, and to take it one step further, to remember it's collie and then reptile, right? So collie and reptile. Let's name this shoot, a funky name, right? Let's name him Collie. So collie has a reptile hat, so coleoptile.
Yeah.
Right? Reptile sheath. Reptile helmet, which acts like a sheath. So you can call this a sheath. Yeah. Ta-da! He's a young shoot. He's the up-and-coming young shoot. Hey, okay, yeah. There you go. All right. So that's why this technique is called ImagiNotes, because it really requires your imagination. But once you do it, like once you like sort of unlock that, these notes become so easy to remember. All right. Like I definitely am gonna remember Collie and his reptile sheath for a very, very long time. And the eat. Oh yeah, we can also call this guy Tio, right?
Yeah.
So or this chlorophyll thing Tio. So he eat Tio and then gets elation. Yeah. So if you have a better way, just comment below. Yeah. This is just our way. Yeah. So anyhow, yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode this week. We have a little bit of an announcement, which we should have done earlier. Our founder was named the nation builder of Malaysia because of the work that we do in education. Yeah. And Joe has been a part of this vision and mission for 9 whole years. We stay here because we understand the struggle, and we're always looking for ways to make things easy for you guys. Yeah. These are things that we wish we had for ourselves when we were studying. Yeah. At least I do. Yeah. So yeah, Joe's expertise is in the game creation. Yeah, things, yes, and also he's really creative. Yeah, so we've been here for a really long time. Yeah, just that this time around we decided to pivot into study notes, but we're really proud to announce that we are part of the organization that has been named as the ultimate nation builder of Malaysia. Yes. Because there are skills here that we are teaching you guys in ImagiNotes that will serve you well even after you leave school. Yeah. And our fondest wish, and every time we do this, our fondest wish is that you guys can thrive in life. Yeah, all the time, because no one teaches you how to #adult, and it's not all about the academics. Yeah, the academics is just here because you guys have to do it, and we're doing it because you guys have to do it, but we are layering it with the skills that you need. Yeah, so if you go back, just think about what kind of skills you're getting from actually doing an ImagiNote, like what kind of life skills. Yeah, that would be helpful to you in your working life and your adult life when you leave school. So just think about it. We're not going to reveal it yet, but little do you know, we've been doing some form of inception. We sound so creepy, Joe.
See?
Well, we're nurturing you guys, yeah, to grow, whichever way you want to grow. All right. Thank you so much. Joe, any last words for everyone here?
Any last word? Are you building my grave?
No, I'm not. Oh my God. No. Maybe, do you have anything else that you want to add on?
No, I'm good.
The banter. Oh, that was a terrible. All
Oh,
right,
good.
guys. I will see you. We will see you next week, same time, and looking forward to it. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.